Hello, housemates, and welcome back to Diablo 3. As you can see, Geralt is super scary. He's been running around in Torment 10 at level 317. We have 5 of 7 objectives completed in the champion part of the season journey, and we are trying to push forward to get more done, to attain heights of power which I have never attained in a previous season. So let's head on in. What I want to try and do is take another crack at the Thorns set dungeon and see if I can get into it now. I am like so overpowered that it's not going to be a problem surviving. It's not going to be a problem killing things. It will be a problem maybe like killing them within the time frame and in the right ways. That was the problem we had last time too. So my build is, in terms of skills, no different than it was before. I have gotten a few new items. I got an ancient version of this, which doubles the number of my bombardment impacts. I still have this, so every 7 seconds I call down a bombardment of 8 strikes of the Thorns Barrel of Spikes thing. I got a couple better versions of the Burden of the Invoker stuff. I picked up the Aquila Cuirass, and I enchanted it to give myself more bombardment damage. But a key thing is that while above 90% resource, all damage taken is reduced by 50%. And of course, I still have the set bonus from this, wherein I take 50% less damage for 20 seconds after damaging an enemy with bombardment. So that one is basically active all the time. And I was mistaken, I did switch my skills a little bit. In order to make sure that this occurs constantly, this 50% damage reduction, I switched so that on both my left and right click, I have a mana generator, a wrath generator. And they are also the wrath generators, both of which play into my item set here. So whenever I punish or slash, I get increased Thorns damage by 25% for 2 seconds, and of course when I block as well. I've seen the little ticker down here go up to about 18 stacks of that before, when I've been in the middle of a really nasty fight and sort of alternating left and right clicks and blocking frequently. So, that's a whole heck of a lot of extra Thorns damage. And the base Thorns damage that I do is now 136,000, near 137,000. And then, of course, in addition to the 2 stacks of 50% damage resistance that I get there, I also have still Justice Lantern on the Kanai's Cube abilities down here. So I get 55% of my block chance as damage reduction, and my block chance is 48%. So I probably get around 26% damage reduction from that. So that's 50, 50, 26, and then if it's non-physical damage, it's another 27.5 resistance. So I am extremely tough. That's the point. I don't know exactly how all those things add together, but it adds up to me being able to just sort of stand in the explosions of the mortar enchanted minions and champions and just not worry about it. I can take the wind-up attacks from like the dudes with the big mallets and then the mallet lords, and I sort of don't care, right? So it's pretty awesome. And of course I have the rank 35 of all of my gems, because I got that achievement. So I'm in pretty good shape. I'm pretty happy with this build. Be quiet, Cormac. And all that would really remain now is to get like ancient versions of all the stuff that I already have. In addition, I have now collected all of the different Crusader sets. I have all of the Crown of Light, all of the Seeker of Light, I have all of the Armor of Akan, I have all of Roland's Legacy. I have all of the big sets. I don't have the second piece of this. I have gotten the shield about 12 times, but I have yet to see even one of the flail. I have the Full of Black Thorns, as if I cared. I have an ancient set of the Litany of the Undaunted, which is just ridiculous. So I could build now a character around just having ancient items, and these of course would count. And in terms of ancient items, I have all of these sitting around in here. But first I want to focus on getting some set dungeon stuff done. I haven't tried any of the set dungeons with these things yet. I haven't really thought about a good build for these yet. Yeah, so I'm focusing on the Thorns for the time being until I get all the season journey stuff done. Yeah, I think that's all of the interesting updates. What else am I've fought all of the Uber bosses on Torment 10, and I kind of just stood toe to toe with them and took them to the floor. They were not a big problem. So Geralt is really a cut above all other adventurers. Very little can challenge him. But of course, this set dungeon is not about resistance and power alone. It is about skill. And that we have yet to fully master. So let's take another shot at it. So to remind you, we have to get hit by 75 spears, not a problem. The problem we've had is kill 5 elites while standing in consecration with Ironskin active because of the cooldowns of those things. It has occurred to me that I might respec some of my Paragon points just to do this into cooldown reduction, and maybe that little bit would help me out. That's a big hassle. I don't really want to do that, but I'll try it if I can't get this to work in a couple of tries. You remember last time, the problem we had was the cooldowns. It kept us from getting all of the elites within the time period. Everything else was fine, so that's what we have to focus on. Okay, so here's one of the elites. I have to remember... Okay, good, he's dead. You can see part of my problem might also be that I just kill the Moon Clan things with my bombardment, my auto bombardment, before they get to hit me enough. So before we can bother with finding another elite, we of course need our cooldowns to come back. Just gonna sit here and try and get hit as much as I can. Cormac! Stop stealing all the spears. Alright, my cooldowns are back. Okay, 2 down. You can see they just, they're like paper. I just rip straight through them. And then the bombardment just takes care of everything else pretty easily. That's right, hit me. Hit me. Please, sir, may I have another? Alright, my cooldowns are back, so it behooves me to, as soon as possible, find another elite dude. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Damn it. Alright, we're up to 39 of 75 hits. Okay, good. Here's another. You can see we just chop through these elites, too. No problem at all. Alright, so we have 2 more elites to deal with. We need to be careful not to run up on the last 2 too quickly. We also want to stand here and get, stabbed a bit more. Looks like that might be the more pressing issue at this point, is not being able to get hit with a spear. Alright, my cooldowns are going to be back soon. Alright, and they are back. Alright, 1 more of those. We need to get hit 25 more times. So it really is going to be the cooldown. Well, actually, the cooldowns are going to be fine. Now the problem is going to be getting hit by enough spears. I may leave Cormac behind. That's one thing that I can try. Of course, stand here. Okay, I need 15 more. just over a minute left. Come on, just a couple more. All right, we need to find that last elite. Okay, we just need to find him. We got 50. Come on, come on, come on. Where are you? Where are you? No, get out of my way. Oh, shit, where is he? No, no, no. Where are you? You son of a bitch. No. Okay, good. Here he is. Okay. No, no. Come on, come on. I need 3 more monsters. Yes! All right. Whew. Okay, so we did that. We mastered a dungeon. We mastered the Thorns dungeon. It wasn't too bad. The timing, of course, was the problem. We had 8 seconds to spare, and we killed 157 monsters without taking fatal damage. That was not even close to being a problem. We got hit by 75 spears thrown by Blood and Moon Clan enemies. That took a little bit of restraint, a little bit of standing around, and that, of course, led to the sort of photo finish. And kill 5 elites while standing in consecration. Killing them was not a problem. We did have to wait for the cooldowns and then ensure that we were moving around enough that we could find all of them. And so it worked. And so we have completed that. Excellent. You note that you get no material rewards for that. What we did get was Master the Thorns of the Invoker dungeon set by completing all objectives in the time limit. And we got the Mastermind, Master Any Set dungeon. So we now have one more objective left in the champion level rewards, and that is finish a level 70 Nephilim Rift on Torment 9 or higher difficulty within 6 minutes. So that's not an easy task. One way that I could try and do it, seeing as how tough I am, is I could drop it down to level 9 and then get it then. Or, of course, I can just try and power myself up and go through one at Torment 10. So, we've mastered one set dungeon. That's awesome. That means that I should turn my attention to different item sets for the Crusader and trying to work out builds with them that are as powerful as this. I'm not sure I'll be able to do that. I may have to jump down a few Torment levels. Let's see. So the bombardment may or may not stay the same, and of course I won't, however, get the damage reduction anymore from it. I will keep Justice Lantern around. There aren't any other jewelry items that are item abilities that are particularly helpful. So I will have some damage reduction from that. I'll still have this for the non-physical damage reduction. This I can't keep. I could destroy it if I were really not going to go back, and I could, because I won't need this Thorns thing anymore, I could destroy this and then get that damage reduction back. However, I think some of the other damage, the other item sets, I wouldn't be able to have that passive be as constant. I don't think I'd be able to get this double Wrath generator setup working. Let's see. So this Blessed Hammer, that's a spender. Falling Sword is just on a cooldown. So Blessed Hammer is a spender. Be using it a lot, which means that my Wrath would probably not be up at 90%. I'd have to look at what other Blessed Hammer things. I have a bunch of items that I can use for Blessed Hammer or that I can disenchant. With this one, Akarat's Champion. So that's on a cooldown. I could still have the full Wrath all the time with that, because Akarat's cooldown does not take any Wrath. And then I could just pick some other skills, so it might be feasible there. With this one, shield, bash, and sweep attack. At least one of those. Sweep attack is a spender. So probably the next one I'll look into is Akan. I do have... Do I have a... Yeah, so I have an Akan's Addendum. So I have Akarat's Champion gains the effects of the Prophet Embodiment of Power runes. So I have an ancient version of that. And you can see it does a lot of damage. Even though it does not have a socket in it, it still has a raw damage output higher than the Mortal Drama. Of course, my real damage output would be severely decreased because I would no longer have the double bombardment impacts. I wouldn't have bombardment at all. So there's a lot of reevaluation that I have to do before I did that. All right, for the time being, we're going to end this video. A nice short one. We called out the various new stuff in my build, and then we got something done. We went and we mastered the Thorns dungeon. So I'm really happy about that. Like this video if you enjoyed my build. If you like the build, it's really fun, it's really effective, so if you can imitate it, I think that you'll be able to clear through the content and have a good time. So put a thumbs up if you like all that, and if you want to see more from me, Diablo or otherwise, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And you can, in the comments if you want to see me do another class next in Season 5, I'd be happy to give it a shot. I haven't tried the migration thing for any of my other characters. All it really does is prevent you from having to delete an old character. I'm not exactly sure what the benefit is other than sort of if you have an attachment to an old character, because all their items go to the the stash that you have in the non-seasonal. They go back to level 1, so you don't get to keep anything as far as I can tell. I'm not exactly sure what the purpose of it is. But if you want to see me do another particular class in a new set of videos, please let me know in the comments. And of course, as usual, if you're not going to do any of that, well, I don't care what you do.